Hello, grade 12s. Welcome back to the channel, Science Therapy, hosted by the one and only science therapist, Uabutiwa Sos Ugobela Maths. And without any further ado, let's look at these questions that we have here. Okay, so we have question 11. It says, in a certain province, vehicles number plate codes have the following format. So we have at, and then hash, which are 3 letters followed by 3 digits, where the at sign represents a letter of the alphabet and the hashtag or the hash represents a digit from 0 to 9. For each number plate code that is assigned to a vehicle, the following conditions must be met. Then condition 1 is that all letters except E, G, and O can be used and no letter can be repeated. Then number 2, no number plate code can start with a vowel. So when it comes to vowels, we know that it's A, E, O, U. Right. Then the letters that we have in the English alphabet, it's 26 letters in total. So in the first condition, if we are to exclude E, G, and O, that leaves us with only 23 letters to choose from. Right. Then all digits can be used and each digit can be repeated. From 0 to 9, we have 10 digits and we can repeat any digit, meaning if you use a digit, it doesn't restrict you from using the same digit again. So you can have a code that is, for example, let's say K-A-T and then 222, right? Then 11.1, how many vehicles can be assigned a number plate code according to this system? Then, okay, 11.1, we must create 6 blocks for the number plate. So you know how number plates are, that 3 letters and then also 3 digits. Okay, so now with the first letter here, remember the restriction is that we should not start with a vowel. But then when we check here, E, G, and O has been excluded. Okay, the E and the O falls as part of the vowels. So that means it's the -5, but then G is not a vowel, so it's minus another one. So that means here we should exclude 6 letters, right? So it's the I, A, E, O, U, and also the G. So that's 6 letters. Then that means that can only leave us with an option of 20 letters to choose from in the alphabet. Right. Now, remember, if we have to fill in here, the only restriction that we have is that we should not have E, G, and O. Right. So that means we can choose from 23 letters. But then remember, you've already put a letter here. You've already assigned a letter to the first block here. So that means it's now 23 minus 1. So this will leave us with an option of 22 letters. I hope you get that. And then now, since we have already put a letter here and a letter here, that means for this one here to fill in here, we can only have an option of 21 letters to choose from, right? Because from the 23, we've already put 2 in here, so we are only left with 21 letters. Then when it comes to the digits, remember, they can be repeated, and there are 10 digits. So that means we have 10 options, and also 10 options, right? So the sample space is not affected. Now, all you have to do is then multiply all of these numbers here, and then you will get your value as, 9,240,000, right? Okay, then we go to 11.2. 11.2 says, calculate the probability that a number plate code chosen from the number plate in question 11.1 at random contains only 1 vowel. So you see now, chosen from the number plates in question 11.1, and this is probability. So that means if they're chosen from this number plates, this makes the value that we got in 11.1 the sample space. So our sample space is 9,240,000, right? And then at random contains only 1 vowel and ends with an even digit, right? So it must contain only one vowel. Remember, the E and the O are already excluded as vowels. So that means the vowels that we're going to choose from are three. So it's your A, it's your I, and your U, right? Because E and O are already excluded. Then it must end with an even digit. From 0 to 9, how many even digits do we have? That's 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. So this gives us 5 even digits. Right. And then remember, the letters can still be repeated. So, okay, let's go with what we would have as our first scenario. So this would be the first scenario, whereby in the first letter, we should not have any vowel, and then we should not have G. So this still leaves us with 20 options to choose from. But then let's say we choose to put a vowel here on the second letter. So that means we can only choose from 3 available letters. That's your A, that's your I, and that's your U, right? Okay, now if we have already put a vowel here, remember we should only have one vowel. So if we already have a vowel here, we cannot choose a vowel ever again, right? So that means from the 21 that we would have here, we have to exclude the 2 vowels. So let's say the vowel that we had used in here, it's A. But then here we should not have a vowel. So that means from the 21 letters that we had, we must exclude the vowels. And then this will leave us with what? With 19 letters to choose from if we exclude the 2 remaining vowels. So 19. With the digits, we can still repeat the digits. So that's 10, 10. But then the restriction is only on the final digit, or on the last digit there. It should be an even digit. So that means we can only choose from 5 options, right? 5 numbers. Okay. But then this is not the only way it can happen. We can also have this scenario here, whereby now, instead of the vowel being on the second place, is now on the third place. So there we go. With the first letter, we have 20 options to choose from. With the second letter, now we had 22 options. Right, 22 letters to choose from. But then remember, no vowel should go in here because the vowel should be on the third place. So that means it's 22 minus 3 because we haven't used any vowel. There is no vowel here, so also there should not be any vowel here. But then because we haven't put any vowel yet, we must subtract all 3. Right, so this will leave us with 19 again. So we have 19 here. And then if we are to put a vowel here, we must choose from the 3 vowels that we have. So that's 3. And then when it comes to the digit, we can repeat the digit. So that's 10, 10. But then with the last digit, we can only choose from this 5. So that's 5 here. Now to find the number of possible ways in which that can happen, or the number of number plates that we can have, it's just a matter of multiplying all of this and then multiply all of this, then add the products together, right? Then if we do that with our calculator, so let's multiply this like that. So with your calculator, you can be multiplying, and then you'll get 1,140,000. Right. But then remember, they should be written in a form of a probability. So we know that probability of an event is number of times an event can occur, or the number of the number plate here over the sample space. Right. So this is 1,140,000 over 9,240,000. If you punch on your calculator, ibalo, you will get 19 over 154. So that becomes your value, right? So that's how you were supposed to tackle that question for a whopping 5 marks. So it's a pretty interesting question dealing with codes there. So, okay, with all that being said, guys, please press the thumbs up button if you have enjoyed the lesson and then you have found it helpful. And if you've been watching the videos and haven't subscribed yet, please smash that subscribe button. But most importantly, please share the link with your friends and classmates so that they may also find assistance. Remember, do not be selfish. We are winning as a team.